Welcome, I am Llama, and I was on holiday when Valve dropped the Armory. Since by now everyone has definitely seen the new skins, I just want to go over some of the odd things that I found, and give some unsolicited opinions on skins, because yeah. Okay, first off, this is the main thing I wanted to talk about. I don't think enough people are talking about the Elemental Stickercraft collection, because it's pretty odd. In a good way. Foils are kinda like hollows now, I guess? I'm not entirely sure what's going on here because I'm not a skin or sticker designer, but the foils in this collection seem to shift colors while also still being super shiny. I did a little looking and I'm pretty sure we do not have any other foils that shift like this. They don't change colors as much as hollows for obvious reasons, but I think this is the best renditions of foils we've had yet, and I really hope they continue this direction. Also, make sure you like and subscribe to join the Llama army. The glitter stickers in this collection are also pretty weird. They're reflective almost like foils, and you can kinda just see the glitter in the background. I mean, take a look at this Boom Blast and Boom Trail stickers. It's barely visible. I know most glitters weren't really all that popular, but this kinda seems like an odd direction to take them. And the two lenticulars are also really good, but they're not really shiny or anything like the foils or glitters, so they're a little boring. Also, the Rainbow Root Hollow sticker kinda has like a baby lenticular thing going on, like not as crazy as the lenticulars, but it's still pretty cool looking. The Character Crafter stickers continue the trend of being a little bit weird. The glitter is barely visible on these also, and the hollows are all pretty standard patterns, except for the Hypnotize, which is another baby lenticular skin, and I actually quite like this. It also scrapes down to just the eyes, which I like a lot. So here's another strange one. The Foil Mustache is matte, not shiny. I don't really know why, but I actually like it a lot. It looks like it has texture and depth to it, but if you apply it to a gun, you can actually see it's just 2D. Also, as you scrape this one, the mustache just gets smaller, and I love that. That is such a cool detail. The sunglasses also color shifts ever so slightly, which is really cool, but if you scrape it, it only scrapes the lenses, and it leaves just the frames. Very nice. The gold teeth continues this trend of the matte looking foil, and you can make it so there's only 2 teeth, which I like. The side eyes seem like a little bit of a strange choice for a lenticular, but then I realized that you can scrape it down to just the eyes, which will make this very useful in crafts. I thought I didn't have anything to say about the googly eye until I saw that when you scrape it, you can make it an annoyed googly eye. There's more cool sticker scrapes, but I'd be here all day if I kept yapping about them, so those are some of my favorites. I think what they're doing with the stickers is probably the most interesting thing about this update, which probably makes me boring, but Valve is really branching out what they're willing to do with them, which is awesome. I really like what they're doing with the foils especially, because they were pretty boring before. Just making them textured or slightly colored shifting is really doing wonders for them, so thank you, Valve. Hopefully we can see foil team stickers return someday. Also, bringing that kind of lenticular effect over into some hollow stickers is pretty cool, and I'm glad they're doing it. Alright, as for the charms, I definitely don't hate them as much as I thought I would. I just think it's a little shitty that Valve is making you buy a remover tool to have them switch guns. Also, I'm not huge on how the little glizzy characters look. I mean, come on, even Valve thought they looked like glizzies. They literally made a glizzy one. I think these little character ones would look a lot better if they did something closer to what Apex Legends did with their charms. Some of the small arms charms look a little too cartoonish for this game. Like, I know that's the point, but dude, like a few of these look like they belong in Valorant, not Counter-Strike. I just think the style clashes a little too much with the general style of Counter-Strike. I like some of them though, like the AK is pretty good and the 4 knives are cool also, but like the USP and MAC-10, like what's going on here? There's something wrong with your gun. Okay, now for the skins. I'm sure you've seen them all by now, so I'll only briefly talk about each of them, except the Op YMCK. What the fuck is this? This ain't no red collection skin. I feel like I keep saying this, but as a reminder, this was a collection red in 2018. We're evolving just backwards on the collection reds. I don't even think it's that bad. It should just be in a case. Like, why did they choose this for a collection red? The collections themselves are pretty weird also though. They've got no gray skins, which is fantastic. I think this is a welcome change. I don't know the pull rates yet as of writing this video, but I'll put it on screen if I find anything. Okay, now onto the Sport and Field collection. The logo for this collection can be found literally everywhere on Overpass. I counted this logo over 13 times, and I don't think I got all of them. I think someone at Valve was really proud of this logo. Anyways, I have been very critical of the Op Fade in my videos for being a collection red, but this M4 is so much better. Still not super crazy when the Imminent Danger and Welcome to the Jungle exist, but I would be lying if I said I didn't like this skin. There are a lot of cool effects that have been making their way onto skins, and I think the Glock Axia is a perfect example of that. I just think this skin looks really good. It's a reverse Twilight Galaxy. I thought the Rainbow Spoon would color shift. It doesn't. I don't know why, but but I'm disappointed. The crimson foil has this super clean 3D effect on the logo thing. It says MacMahon, I think, which after a Google search seems to be in reference to the guy who led the French military during the Franco-Prussian War, but I'm not entirely sure. I have no idea what the connection would be if that's it. I'm probably just reading too much into it. And also, if you didn't notice, there's a second heat-treated skin in here. It's on the 5.7. I think it would fit better on a Mac 10 or MP9. I would have liked to see it on one of those more, but this is still pretty cool. As for the Overpass collection, this AK is great. It's no Wild Lotus, but I think it earned its spot here. So I thought I saw the graffiti on the back of this guy's head somewhere on the map, but I searched for it and I could not find it, so I guess not. The Galil Metallic Squeezer is another highlight of this collection. I am loving the new effects they're bringing onto skins with Source 2. It just looks so good! So yeah, the Overpass collection is my favorite of this operation thing that they dropped. Super cool skins from top to bottom with a consistent theme that both makes sense and looks good. Okay, now let's talk about the deagle heat treated. It almost seems like Valve is trying to reinvent the blue gem here. I don't really know why they would do that, but what else are they trying to do? There's a lot more quote-unquote blue gem patterns on the heat treated skins though, and I think that's probably intentional and also a good thing. I think it genuinely looks great with a lot of blue. I just wish the purple was more vibrant. There's already been a Steam guide made with the 3 tiers of gems. This is the best pattern, pattern 490. It's going to be very expensive when the market opens, I can tell you that, but there are a lot of tier 1 and 2s, so you should be able to get your hands on one without spending a fortune. Also, it's here for another 90 something days, so don't get too much FOMO when the first blue gems start to go off trade hold. Alright, and as for the gallery case, I mean, it's alright. No nude knives, which is disappointing, and the skins are a little bit weaker than the Kilowatt case in my opinion, but the Vaporwave is sick and is gonna be expensive. The gold tooth feels a little strange for a red, but I don't hate it. I actually really like this thing. I got only 2 more things to say about this case. Number 1, they finally made a pink neo-noir skin. Thank God they didn't make it a red again. And 2, the Outsiders looks like the Fire Serpent for obvious reasons. I think this is a pretty good addition to the game though. Solid case. Overall, it seems like a pretty solid operation and a much needed update to the game. The only things I'm not super high on are the graphic collection and the missing link charms. Everything else is fantastic, especially the foil stickers. I'd love to do a huge unboxing video where I spend a bunch of money, but I'm broke. So, well, looks like you made it to the case opening. Of course, Valve drops this update right when I'm on holiday. Like, I'm almost never away from my computer, and this 1 week, they've dropped the update. Like, goddamn. As for the case, I have wasted $52.50 on cases and gained back under $8. That's enough money to buy 3.5 Armory passes.